You ready to talk about Birds of Prey?
Oh, you gotta say the full title.
Which the new title, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey?
Viewed both of them.
Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, and the Emancipation of Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, something, I don't know.
Perfect.
You know what a Harley Quinn is? A Harley Quinn's role is to serve. It's nothing without a master. No one gives two shits who we are beyond that.
How did you feel about this movie, Devin?
Poop is booty. I didn't like it. I sat there the whole movie. I'm like, okay, like what is this about? And like we got into some stuff. I'm like, I still don't really know what this is about. It's just a heist movie, and then that's what it was. It was just like a heist movie.
It's sort of a heist movie, but it's like a bad heist movie.
It's a really boring heist movie.
Yeah, like nothing happens.
Like, are we even doing a spoiler, non-spoiler? We're just talking about spoilers.
We're just gonna fucking talk about this movie. Nobody cares about this fucking movie anyway.
Nobody saw this movie.
Nobody saw it, so like nobody cares.
It's making no money.
It's made some money.
Worst opening weekend for a DCEU movie ever.
Yeah, which is really telling.
Yeah, because Shazam didn't do very well.
No, but Shazam was actually good though.
Yeah, but
it did make money, and people are liking this movie.
I don't know how.
It has like an 80-something% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I know, and it's because it's the old people are like, oh, it's Harley Quinn.
That's just I think the old people are fucking hating it because this would, if an old person watched this movie, they would have a fucking heart attack.
Did you find any joy in it whatsoever?
Ewan McGregor honestly was like the only. I was so tempted to get up and just leave. I was on the verge at one point, like halfway through the movie, to just be like, this isn't worth it. Just go. But I was holding out hope, and I guess I gave the movie too much credit that like Ben Affleck was going to show up for like a second and just be like, oh, Batman.
Did you predict that like weeks ago or something?
I did. I've been saying that for like the longest time. They're like, oh, he's going to have a cameo in it.
Show up in it. And I was like, no, he's not. And
he fucking didn't, because that would be too cool. And then it ended, and I felt like an asshole because I was like, fucking motherfucker.
I was so mad that they killed Black Mask. I was so mad.
Like, yeah, keep his ass around.
He's cool. I liked him.
He's not really. That's not really how Black Mask is, but I like this version of Black Mask.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of stupid though that he didn't put his mask on until the end, which I knew that was gonna fuck.
Yeah, I think both of us were like, he's not gonna wear that shit until like the last act of the movie.
Yeah, and you know what? He didn't.
And he wears it for 20 seconds, and then he takes it off.
But I think we said that when we saw the trailer. We're like, yeah, he's not wearing them. He's not wearing that mask. He didn't,
which is dumb. His name is Black Mask. Put him in the fucking Black Mask, all right?
His henchman dude, he reminded we made way too much of Shades from
yeah, Victor Zsasz. Yeah, Victor Zsasz is so weird in this fucking movie.
Like he reminded me just of a crazier version of Shades. That's all he was to me.
That honestly is a perfect analogy. I didn't even put that together, but he reminds me a lot of Shades.
Which is not good because I didn't like Shades.
No, he's an awful character, and Luke Cage.
Harley Quinn is just annoying throughout the whole movie, and it's a movie about her. So that's just.
I don't understand why anybody can look at this Harley Quinn and go, "That's good." She's so fucking annoying. That breakfast sandwich joke needed to die before it was even written.
It went on through the whole movie.
The whole movie. And the end, I like how that's like the only arc that's like wrapped up at the end. Is like, oh, she got her fucking bacon egg sandwich. I'm like, fuck you. And this stupid bacon egg. Like, what's the joke? What is the joke? Oh, girls like food. Everybody likes food.
I didn't understand any of the jokes in this movie because, like I said,
because there were none.
Because I didn't know if it wasn't trying to be funny or if it was trying to be funny and it wasn't funny.
No, there's no way this movie was trying to be intentionally not funny.
Because like it wasn't funny at all. I didn't laugh at any moment.
I laughed at one line. There was one line from Ewan McGregor that I laughed at, and it's not even like a comedic line. It's when at the very end he looks at Harley and just goes, "You're a fucking moron," and just like the way he delivered it and the timing of it just made me laugh for some reason. It's not like a funny line, but I laughed.
I didn't laugh at all during the whole movie. It was stupid. The whole movie was stupid.
So dumb.
I don't even know what to talk about. There's so much poop. Was there any references to the greater DCU besides there was one Bruce Wayne reference.
They reference Suicide Squad.
And they referenced the Joker a lot, but that was about it?
No, they reference Captain Boomerang.
Did they?
When she leaves the police station, she looks at a poster. She goes, "Oh, I know that guy," and it's Captain Boomerang.
Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out who that was. I was like,
it's very like it's an awful photo because you can. It's like a fucking smudge.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
and that's another weird thing. You would think that they would want to distance themselves from Suicide Squad, which is like an internet meme now. But they literally have clips of it in this movie, and they reference it constantly.
Yeah, because they talk about the Joker constantly.
And they talk about the Joker. And it's so funny that like in the opening, when Harley's like telling her backstory, the image that they have of the Joker is totally not this universe's Joker. That's like classic Joker. And then Jared Leto's over here like, oh, I got fucking tattoos and shit.
Yeah, they bombed Jared Leto's Joker so hard.
Yeah,
they
did.
We're not referencing it at all. He doesn't even show up in the movie, which I'm kind of surprised.
He shows up in archive footage from Suicide Squad.
Yes.
But that's it.
Like I thought he was actually gonna maybe show up in it towards the end or something.
There was a set photo of a stand-in that was like all done up and whatever. That's not in the movie either. But
yeah, I don't know. But they did reference Bruce Wayne with the hyena.
They did, which is weird.
I named him Bruce after that hunky Bruce Wayne guy,
which is very strange.
Does Harley Quinn know he's Batman?
Well, did you say after the credits?
No.
There wasn't an after credit scene, but there was a brief like voice thing where it's Harley Quinn. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Like since y'all are here after the movie, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Batman is," and then like it cuts out.
Everybody knows who Batman is.
I assume so.
How does she know who Batman is?
I don't fucking know. Does it matter?
All right. Let's talk about the cast. How do you feel about the other girls?
I love all the actresses in this besides Margot Robbie are great. I think the girl, I'm not super familiar with the actress who played Black Canary, but I thought she was good in the movie. Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya. I thought she seemed like she was having a lot of fun in the movie, and kudos to her. Rosie Perez is a great actress. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is like my future wife. I want to marry her. She's great in everything.
I don't know who the little kid was, but I didn't like her very much.
Oh yeah, she's I know the character's name. I don't know the actor's name.
I don't know either. I don't remember her name. It's something McLean or something. Clean. I don't know. That's her name in the movie.
Her name in the movie is Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain. Yeah.
She in the comics becomes Batgirl at one point.
But the whole movie is about her swallowing a diamond.
Which is, can we talk about that for a second? She swallows a diamond, and at first I was like,
first of all, it's
no,
like a big
but
diamond.
At first I was like, why is she swallowing a diamond? And then Harley makes reference to that. She's like, oh, this is what we call in movies like a convenience or whatever. But then it's never like, why did you swallow this diamond?
Because she was being interrogated by the cops or whatever.
Why didn't she swallow any of the other fucking things that she had?
I don't know, because it was a diamond.
She could have just hit it. Like she had to swallow. Your first instinct in that situation, especially being a kid, is not, I'm gonna swallow this fucking thing. That was just so weird. And then Harley, when she says like, oh, I swallowed it, she's not like, why did you fucking do that? She's just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get it out of you.
Why, if Harley's so crazy, why didn't she just cut her open?
Harley's not crazy. This version of Harley Quinn is not crazy. She's not crazy in Suicide Squad. She's not crazy here. She's just kind of weird. She's not crazy.
They make jokes about her needing to take a poop the whole movie.
Well, it's not funny. Because poop jokes are funny.
It's not funny. I didn't find it funny at all.
It's because it's not. It's
not even a little smile. Just like,
this movie's rated R, which I guess they thought that like adults would fucking love this, but the script is like written for babies.
I honestly forgot it was rated R until I sat down and they started using the F-bomb every 5 seconds.
I didn't even know it was rated R until I heard Harley say fuck like 2 seconds in. And I was like, whoa.
No, we talked about it on the podcast.
Did we? I totally forgot about it then.
You didn't remember.
I didn't care.
I told you and you're like, what? It's rated R. And then we just kind of moved on past it.
Yeah.
But I forgot it was until I sat down and she said fuck every like 2 seconds. I'm like, okay, well, let's get
yeah. This movie wants to be Deadpool, but doesn't seem to realize what made Deadpool great. It wasn't the constant swearing that made Deadpool great.
I was gonna say,
and Deadpool is even a little like creative with the swearing. He doesn't just say fuck every 15 seconds. He says like, fuck you, you fucking chrome piece of fuck. Like They're creative with it in some kind of way. This is literally just, hey, let's just say fuck 15 times.
Did this movie even need to be rated R though? Like, it wasn't like gory.
No, there was one scene where Victor Zsasz was like cutting off all the faces, which you could have cut out. You didn't need that.
They cut away from it anyways.
Yeah, they cut away from it, so it's like. And then there's the one scene where Black Mass blows up, and there's like a little bit of blood.
And I'm pretty sure they did that in like Venom or something. So like,
probably, yeah.
Like,
and then there's the constant F-bombs.
So yeah, they didn't need. I feel like they just made it rated R because
they probably did.
Like they didn't need.
They were probably like, hey, both Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 were successful. Joker was fucking successful, so let's make this fucking R-rated. And they just didn't know how to make a mature script. They were just like, let's just have them say fuck.
Joker makes sense because it's an intense movie.
Joker's a film about something.
Logan makes sense because it's very gory.
It's gory, but it's also a more mature story. Because if we look at both of those movies that you brought up are perfect examples of how you make an R-rated movie. Because Joker, I recently went back and rewatched Joker. There's 3 F-bombs, I think, in the whole movie. That movie's not like it is rated R because they say fuck, but like that movie I feel like would have been rated R anyway just because of how dark and disturbing that fucking movie is. Same thing with Logan.
It's about depression and like suicide and stuff.
Yeah, it's a dark fucking movie.
And Logan is one gory. They stab
it is very gory.
In the face. And 2, and like you said, it's a mature story.
Yeah, it's a story about an aging soldier at the end of his life who just wants to find peace. Like that's a darker story.
And Deadpool is Deadpool. So.
And Deadpool's just having fun.
Yeah. So this is what the 5th R-rated comic book movie, and it was not very good.
No, I mean there's been more R-rated comic book movies than that.
Well, okay, and
in like the last 10 years, yeah, probably. Yeah,
the new era, because I mean I know like Blade and stuff.
Yeah.
Like in the new era of comic book movies, this is the 5th one, and I don't think it was very good.
I don't think it was either.
Was there any moments that you liked besides character Ewan McGregor? Is there anything else you liked?
I mean, I'd say the action is fine. A lot of like Harley Quinn like doing backflips and shit is fine, I guess.
I love the scene where she has the bat and she throws it on the ground and it bounces and hits that guy in the head. I was like, that's a cool scene.
That's cool, but like I don't understand. Like Harley Quinn is not John Wick.
No,
she's not. How does she know how to do half of this shit?
She's not like an amazing fighter.
No, she's never been that. Harley Quinn is a badass, but that's because she's not aware that she's not invulnerable. Because she's fucking crazy. She can just walk into a room full of like 15 jack dudes with like a bat and just not give a fuck because she's crazy. Not because she's a badass, just because she's out of her fucking mind and she's not aware that this is a situation she doesn't belong in. In this movie, she's doing backflips left and right. She's breaking knees and like popping kneecaps and like shooting guns and shit left and right. I'm like, this isn't Harley Quinn. This wasn't even Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad.
She didn't really do much in Suicide Squad.
No, she hit a couple people with a bat.
Yeah, which is honestly what she should have done in this. But
yeah,
I didn't like either how we kept going back in time, like throughout the whole movie. I forgot that was even a thing. But like we'd stop and we'd be like, okay, let's go talk about this.
Well, yeah, the story would literally stop. And then they just go back and say, hey, here's a little backstory on this character. They literally do what Suicide Squad did. But I feel like it's more egregious in this movie than it was in Suicide Squad.
They did a whole stop. They did a stop and then they did 2 minutes earlier. Like they literally did. That was like
yeah, they did.
Like, why didn't you just start from there? And then
because they're trying to be quirky and different.
Like I guess it was memorable because it wasn't very good. But
I have a theory that they didn't have enough footage. Once they shot everything and got it in the editing room, they were like, fuck, we only have like an hour's worth of footage. So let's just constantly just go back and just re-show all the same fucking shit that we did and add to the runtime a little bit. Because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of all that. I did like Black Canary, like you said. That Black Canary was actually cool.
She was the only character that was somewhat intriguing. But then at the end, it's like, why aren't you using your powers for any of this shit?
Because she passes out or whatever.
Did she pass out when she finally used them?
Yeah, she passed out, but she like gets right back up.
Don't use them like that intense. Like when they're in Amusement Mile, like beating up all those guys, just like use it a little bit. She didn't use them at all. I'm like, what? Why are you even here?
I don't know. Is Black Canary a good fighter?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know if she was actually a good fighter or if she just.
Well, this is also apparently a different Black Canary. This is also like Black Canary's daughter, which is a weird choice. I don't know why they did that.
Whatever. They did that with Lex Luthor too. It's not Lex Luthor; it's Lex Luthor's son.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so they can have an excuse like, well, it's not the actual Lex Luthor. Fuck you.
It's a different one.
It's the same fucking thing, but it's weird, I guess.
I do think it's kind of odd that they didn't reference Batman as much as they did.
Yeah, it like Batman still. It's not like for some reason it kind of feels like Batman died off screen, and we just never like heard about it. But we're just supposed to believe, oh, he's dead.
Like Shazam, like they're like, oh, look, a Batarang, and that's it.
Yeah, like, and this takes place in Gotham,
right? And they don't.
And Harley Quinn's running around doing criminal shit, and there are other criminals coming after Harley Quinn all the time. You're telling me Batman's not going to get involved in any of this shit?
Like there's basically a giant war of people going after Harley Quinn for like a good 24 hours, and Batman's just
Black Mask is one of Batman's, not his like main villains, but he's a pretty high up there Batman villain. If Black Mask does fucking anything, if he shits wrong, Batman's gonna fucking come after his ass. You're telling me he would not? You're telling me he would not come after Black Adam if he's forming like this giant war outside of Amusement Mile?
Right.
He'd be like, no, what the hell's going on here? All right, like, right. And all I needed was some line saying, hey, Batman's off with the Justice League doing some shit. Like that would have aided, but they don't say anything. He's
in Egypt right now.
He's in Egypt for some fucking reason because he's Bruce Wayne.
He's checking out Moon Knight, which is in a different universe.
It's a different universe. I would have accepted that, to be completely honest. Some kind of explanation, because if you don't explain it, it's like, why isn't he here?
You can honestly say, like, why isn't Superman there? Metropolis in this universe is right over there.
Yeah, across the bay.
Right. Like, I think Batman would have noticed as soon as Harley Quinn blew up that building. He would have been like, hey, what the
for sure. Yeah, Harley Quinn blows up the biggest fucking chemical plant in Gotham, and Batman's just like, fuck it.
And he knows that's where Harley Quinn was born from the Joker. He knows this shit. He's like, okay, let's go investigate this shit.
He's not going to question any of this shit. He just doesn't care, I guess.
He's out. He's
in the big leagues now.
He's out in space.
He's out doing space shit now with Superman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, it's just because they couldn't use Ben Affleck, but they could still mention Batman.
Mention him. Use a fucking stand-in. Have a shot. Do what they did in Shazam. Just fucking cut it from the neck down and just have him like do something. I don't know. Shoot him from behind. Something.
I also thought, I'm surprised they didn't do this. I thought we were going to get some sort of crazy villain cameos in that prison when all those prisoners got.
That would have been fun.
Broken out. I'm like, okay, this would be a good place to put some random characters that you're not going to use in any other movies.
That would be fun.
Just put some weird henchmen in there.
How cool would it have been if like Deadshot or somebody was in there, like a character from another movie, just making a brief little cameo? Like that could have been fun.
If Will Smith would have showed up, that would have been amazing.
To be like, hey, what's going on, girl? Like whatever. Like that would have been fun.
They could have. They should have put Deathstroke in here too. That would have been pretty cool.
Fucking Deathstroke.
I don't know. This whole movie it wasn't good, and it had some wasted opportunities that could have made it a little better. I don't know if it would have made it good. But
I mean, there is a solid premise in this movie somewhere. I think the whole Harley Quinn, she's broken up with the Joker and she's trying to be independent and on her own and like forging her own path. That's an interesting story because they've done that in the comics.
Which
and it works.
By the end of the movie, she's not on her own. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the whole fucking, but part of the title is the emancipation of Harley Quinn. The whole plot is her essentially saying, hey, I don't need the Joker. I don't need anybody to like, to be me or whatever. I'm just going to go be me and do my own thing. But then at the end, she needed help from the Birds of Prey. And then at the end, she has Cassandra Cain to like help her. So she's not independent. She needed people to help her with all her problems.
She has her hyena.
And her fucking hyena that didn't do anything.
It had a fake out death. They threw a fake out death in this movie.
Did they? I don't even remember that.
The hyena blew up and then it shows up at the end.
Yeah, I remember that.
Whatever.
And like, I don't want to talk about like the whole like feminist message that this movie has, because every single male character in this movie is an asshole, is evil, or is just like a flat out dick.
No, there's one nice guy. and it was Doc, but he
No,
sold
but
her out.
even he sold her out and was like a dick to her later on. So even the one positive male figure in the movie is still kind of a dick.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Wade. Everybody in this movie is a dick. It's not just the men.
Well, yeah, the men and the women. So this movie's for nobody because the Birds of Prey are kind of bitches to each other all the time.
Yeah, everybody's a dick towards everybody else.
It's like, all right, so who is this? Like, is this supposed to empower women? Is this supposed to like, what is this?
There's one little glimpse of them like liking each other, and it's in that little diner for like 2 seconds at the end.
Yeah,
and then Harley Quinn steals the car, and it's over.
Which I don't know. Like, why did this need to be called Birds of Prey?
For one, they're not called Birds of Prey until the end.
The very end.
It's a voiceover. They don't even call themselves Birds of Prey. And like, I don't know. They didn't even be like all meet until like the last like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes in the final fight is when the Birds of Prey came together and like did their thing.
Like Black Canary didn't even meet Huntress until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's just like, what is this? Is this Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That's not how you're supposed to do a team up movie. A team up movie is like you bring everyone together early on, and then there's a conflict between them, maybe breaking them up, or they don't believe that they can do it or whatever. And then at the end, they come together and they fight together and they prove that, hey, we can work as a team. It's not, hey, everybody meets each other for the first time in the last 30 minutes of the movie. That's not how you do a team up movie.
Because you know what? They did that with Justice League.
What?
Everybody met at the end. Everybody met at the end.
No, they met throughout the movie.
Superman didn't.
Superman didn't, but the rest of the team did.
You know what? You know what movie did a good job of doing that is Avengers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about when I said that, because that's what they did in Avengers. And Avengers is the perfect way to do that.
But Justice League didn't do that.
It did it better than this movie.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Suicide Squad wasn't a team up movie. That was just some weirdos in a fight.
I guess, yeah. That was a hot topic. Fucking.
And Will Smith had to shoot his child, his imaginary child.
He didn't shoot her.
He did. He pulled the trigger. But
I would have loved that movie if that happened.
Bang.
And also, how do you feel about like the self-awareness of this movie? Because this movie is so desperate to be Deadpool.
It's weird because it's self-aware for just moments. Like not throughout the movie. It's just like random moments where it's like, okay, this is dead air, self-aware time.
Yeah, like there was a couple moments where Harley just kind of looks at the camera and is like, hey, that's weird, isn't it? But they don't go full on, they're not full on Deadpool where he's acknowledging like the plot throughout. It's just like, it'd be funny if she just acknowledged something right now.
I honestly feel like they're like, okay, I don't know what to say in this situation, so
let's just have a fourth wall break.
Fourth wall break, which we've never done in a DC movie ever. Let's just do it now. Harley Quinn never did it in Suicide Squad.
No, she never did. Apparently now she's just a self-aware character.
And like they built up to it too, like kind of, because like she was doing the narrating, but then like part of the way through the movie,
the narrating's fine.
Yeah. And then part of the way through the movie, she just looks at the camera, and I'm like, was that intentional?
Yeah, like right after, like when they first do the oh, my bacon sandwich thing fell on the ground. She's hanging off of something. She just looked at the camera, and I was like, is this like a thing in the movie?
Yeah, I was like, is this intentional or is that like just a mistake?
Yeah, I was like, is that a blooper? Like, did they just accidentally like forget to cut that out? And then they don't do it again until the very end.
No, I think she does it in the middle somewhere too, or something. She looks like, I think in the shop. In like the shopping in the grocery, I think she does, but then she does it again at the end.
Yeah,
I don't remember, but they don't do it a lot. It was very subtle. No. I don't know. And then they like, do you think they set up the grenade thing well with blowing up Black Mask?
I mean, it wasn't set up poorly. It was just kind of it was a cheap way of getting rid of the villain.
I totally forgot that chick even picked up the grenades. I'm glad that they cut back to it because I was like, what? Like she got the ring and then she put her hand.
But again, the movie is about Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn doesn't kill the main villain.
She shoots a statue because
she shoots a statue. Imagine Rocky, and that's a bad example because he loses in the first movie. Imagine like fucking Captain America, right? Imagine the end of like the first Avenger if Red Skull was just like, nah, fuck you, and then shoots Captain America in the head. Be like, what's the whole point of this? The whole point of having a good guy and a bad guy, or in this case, two bad guys, is overcoming something. Her whole thing was, hey, Black Mask fucking hates me, and I need to prove to everyone I can be my own person and show them that they should be afraid of me. And by killing Black Mask, that's my chance to do that. She doesn't even kill Black Mask.
Nah, that little girl does.
Yeah, on a very like convenient moment too. Like that could have went horribly wrong for them.
No, they both could have blown up.
Yeah, all of them could have blown up and died.
But it's really weird. This movie has a lot to do with the Joker, and the Joker is not in it.
Yeah, they reference the Joker a lot, but he's not in it.
Like the whole thing about Harley Quinn wanting to be on her own and all these people going after her is because of the Joker. Like the whole thing.
Well, not 100%. It's because most of them are because she fucked them over, but now that she doesn't have the protection of the Joker, they're going after her.
Like this whole movie hinges on Joker and that broke up.
To a point.
The only reason this movie exists.
Yeah.
There's a couple people, like that big dude that got shot in the neck with the arrow. I was like, that guy could break Jared Leto if he wanted to.
Oh, for sure.
Like even Jared Leto's Joker, who's like, I guess a little crazy, he would break that Joker.
Like the thing that makes Joker and Harley so interesting in the comics and even in the animated stuff is the fact that they are so unpredictable. You never have any fucking idea what like sometimes the Joker's like friendly with you and whatever, but then he can just waste one of his guys for accidentally like stepping on his toe. Like he's so just like random and off the wall. That's what makes the Joker fucking scary. This Joker is the same all the time, and I would not be terrified of this Joker at all.
I think the perfect example of that is Heath Ledger's Joker putting that pencil on the table. It's like, look at this, and he just smacks his head into
and he has a fucking bomb attached to him, and he's like, hey, if you fucking come any closer, we're all dead. Like, that's fucking scary. A dude that is not afraid to die, that's fucking terrifying.
Jared Leto's Joker, first of all, wasn't on screen very long, so he didn't do anything.
No.
Second of all, Harley Quinn is kind of predictable in these movies that she's been in.
What do you mean?
Like, she doesn't do anything that I'm like, oh, okay, that I didn't see that coming. Like, when she does it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. Like, did she do anything that was like, oh, that was surprising?
She didn't do fucking anything in this whole movie. She like beat up a couple dudes. She went into a police station without a gun. Like she had a weapon. She didn't have a gun.
She shot like paintballs and stuff.
Yeah. What? Why not have a gun?
I don't know.
And murder these fucking police officers. They're trying to be like this R-rated movie, but then there's like colors and like all this goofy shit going on. I'm like, Harley Quinn would walk in to a fucking bank strapped to the 9 with guns and fire all of them into the air simultaneously. All right.
That was Deadpool. Deadpool would have shot all of them.
Deadpool would have murdered them fucks without even looking.
Right. He didn't care.
But no, she's like, I'm gonna be cute and have a beanbag gun.
Except for that guy Bob that he recognized during the fight in the first Deadpool.
Well, yeah, because they're friends.
Yeah, he don't kill Bob.
And also, none of the cops pulled out their fucking guns.
No, one did, but like she smacked it.
Oh man, these cops are just all incompetent idiots.
There was like a room of like 6 of them, and she's just like, "Where's da da da?" And then they're all like, and he's like, "He's over there." And she turns around.
When she's walking out, pull your fucking gun out and shoot her in the fucking leg.
Like none of them do anything.
Like that honestly should have been the very end. That should have been Harley Quinn kills Black Mask and everyone's afraid of Harley Quinn now, including the cops. Like she should honestly kind of been, her whole thing in this should have been, fuck the Joker, I'm the new Joker. And everyone's afraid of me, whatever. Because she had a line in the movie where she was like, I'm gonna, show everyone that they should be afraid of me because I'm Harley fucking Quinn or whatever. But there's never any point in this movie where like I'm terrified of Harley Quinn.
Nah. She's just a person.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's a crazy person, but she's
not crazy. She's being aware that you're crazy. You're not crazy. If you constantly have to tell someone you're crazy, you're not crazy.
Right. Making your room a mess and having
That's
a hyena.
Not crazy.
Crazy. It just makes you a strange person.
Yeah. You're just this fucking slob.
You're just a slob with a hyena. That's all.
Yeah.
Where did she even get the hyena? Where did she get the hyena?
There was like some pet store or whatever, and that dude tried to have sex with her, then the hyena ate the guy.
Yeah. Because that's funny.
That's hilarious.
I laughed so hard when I saw the hyena eating that man. I don't know. This whole movie is just a mess.
This whole movie is it's very reminiscent of what the DCEU has kind of turned into, where it's just kind of trying to emulate Marvel, but not understanding why those movies are good.
Felt like they were trying to be Deadpool, but also Guardians at the same time. It was weird.
Yeah, definitely.
And neither one of them worked out. So
no, I honestly think if they just made like a smaller, like kind of cop drama about the Birds of Prey coming together and about all these like these three different women sort of all wanting the same thing, but they're all kind of doing different things to get to that point. And maybe they're all going after the same guy. That could have been fun. That could have been interesting. But no, they're all after Black Mask just because he like hates women and he's just like a dick.
Because he's the kingpin or whatever.
And he's like the kingpin, I guess. But then they just blow him up. And they don't even take him out. That little fucking girl does. So their arcs don't matter, I guess.
None of them even had arcs. They're all the same people at the end of the movie.
Basically, yeah.
Even the cop chick, she's the same cop chick. She's just not a cop anymore.
Basically, yeah.
That's the whole movie.
But we're supposed to like it because women.
I didn't like it. I don't care.
I didn't like it either.
I don't care what women say or what Rotten Tomatoes say. I didn't like it.
And I think if you look at this and say this is better than Suicide Squad, I think you're a massive hypocrite. It's the same movie.
It's better than Suicide Squad. I don't know if I can say that.
It's the same movie. I mean, maybe it's a vision wise, it flows better as a movie because it wasn't fucked with severely in editing, but it's just as bad storytelling wise. Here's
the thing. Batman's in Suicide Squad, even if it's just for a second.
That's true.
And Will Smith's in Suicide Squad.
That's also true.
It's two pluses that Birds of Prey doesn't have.
That's very true.
But I don't know. They're probably about the same for me.
I would much rather watch Suicide Squad just to watch those Batman scenes than watch Birds of Prey again.
Plus Captain Boomerang.
The iconic character that is Captain Boomerang.
And Suicide Squad won an Oscar, which probably
fuck you.
It did. It won.
It did, but fuck you.
Best make. They can put that on their Blu-rays. Oscar.
I'm sure they have.
But you know what? So can Marvel on Black Panther, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I know Marvel wanted to put it on Endgame, I'm sure, but they didn't win. So
they can put nominated though.
They can put nominated. They could put that on Infinity War too, but
they could.
But yeah, there's nothing else I want to say about Birds of Prey except lousy.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
We knew it was gonna be bad when they announced it.
The trailer, I didn't like the trailers when it came out.
You didn't like the trailers?
Yeah, I remember talking about it. I was like, this trailer looks fucking like stupid. Like, what is this?
We said it looked boring because it was boring.
It was boring because nothing happened. There was no story. None of the characters, there's no character arcs. There's barely any plot or story. The action is serviceable at best. And none of the characters are really that interesting or likable or funny.
No, yeah, none of them do that.
And the worst thing a comedy can be is not funny.
I don't even know. Is this considered a comedy?
I think most people would probably consider this a comedy.
If you look it up on IMDb, does it say it's a comedy?
I don't know because I haven't done that, but it probably would.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna find out. But Caitlin, she went to go see it with me, and she didn't like it either.
So the whole like feminist message of this movie, women don't even like this fucking movie.
Dylan,
who is this made for?
I don't know.
Did Dylan see it?
No, but he said he wants to see it because he said it looks good from the trailer. That's what he said.
Oh, he's gonna be severely disappointed.
He may like it. You never know. The Rotten Tomatoes score has dropped to 79. So,
oh my god.
It on the IMDb, it's considered an action, adventure, and crime movie. No comedy.
Okay, well that's better, but I mean it's for sure trying to be funny.
Yeah, maybe that's why
completely failed at it
because they're like it's not funny, so let's not call it comedy.
Yeah, probably.
Who wrote this? Some people wrote Suicide Squad?
No, I think it was directed and written by the same person.
I don't know. If I had to give it an out of 10 score, I would give it a 1 or a 2.
That makes sense. This is not a good movie.
If I were giving it a rating,
this is the one. Like, I don't like a lot of the DCEU movies, like Wonder Woman or Aquaman. I'm gonna get Wonder Woman and Aquaman on Blu-ray. I really don't want to get Birds of Prey on Blu-ray, and I probably won't.
gotta finish the collection, man.
Fuck this universe.
It's okay. We'll probably get like 2 more in this universe, and it'll be over.
Yeah, once the Batman comes out, and if everyone loves that, that's gonna be the new DC universe. So none of this shit matters anyway.
Anything else you want to input on Birds of Prey?
No.
Even DC as a whole. Anything you want to input on that?
No, I'm kind of just done with this whole universe.
You're done with the universe as a whole?
Pretty much. I mean, Shazam was great, but that's one movie. All the other movies, there's 8 movies total in the DCEU, and I like 3 of them.
Man of Steel.
That's not good.
Shazam?
Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Shazam I like.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say Batman vs Superman's like a great movie. I think it's a fine comic book movie.
It's not the masterpiece that you said it was.
I mean, the masterpiece is like comic book movie. It's like I would consider it a good comic book movie, but it's not like a good film. Shazam, I would say, is like just a good movie on its own.
Do you think it compares to Marvel at all in any way in what they've done?
The DCEU?
Yeah.
Not even fucking close.
What
not
about
even fucking close?
What about the smaller Godzilla universe? How does it compare to that?
The Godzilla universe is better than this. Because there's only 3 movies in that fucking universe.
And you've seen all 3. Are they decent? Yeah,
they're fine. The first Kong Skull Island was a lot of fun, and then the first Godzilla was fine.
So I mean, it's got 2/3.
It's better than it's more than half,
which the DCU can't say.
Yeah.
Itself. Like here's the thing. When I liked Wonder Woman initially, but after I rewatched it, I was like, this movie is really boring. It's not rewatchable whatsoever.
And I remember we went with like a group of people to see it, and I remember being the only one excited for that fucking movie. And everyone was like, yo, this movie's gonna be dumb or whatever. And I was the only one that came out and I fucking hated it.
Didn't me and you went to go see it?
Yeah, we went to go see it, and I think your brothers went and Caitlin went with us.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that gave a flying fuck about Wonder Woman, and I was the only one that came out and was like, what the fuck was this?
Wonder Woman 2 looks good. So
Wonder Woman 2 looks great, and I swear to God, if that movie's bad as well, I'm not seeing any more of these DCEU movies.
You're just gonna stick with the one-offs like Joker?
Yes, and the Batman whenever that comes out. I'm not seeing any of these because it's not working.
I consider the Batman a one-off movie. It's not a DCEU movie.
I mean, it will be.
So who knows? They may announce tomorrow, like, oh, all the movies that we're making are canceled. So
good. Do that.
Well, maybe they'll make a Birds of Prey 2 and it'll be better.
No.
Oh, you're that psycho chick. I never call a woman a chick. I'll accept broad, lady, woman, and on occasion, bitch. Bitch? What are you talking about? That for me, will you?